We're living in an era where the concept of just existing as an anonymous person on the internet is under threat. And honestly, the wildest part is how quietly the web has transitioned from a free frontier into a hyper-modern environment. Like, it used to be completely normal to just hop online, create a random username that literally had no connection to you in real life, and just browse, talk to people, or I don't know, explore the web in total peace. But right now, the foundational infrastructure of the modern web has decided that wanting to keep your real name and your real face to yourself is a massive immediate red flag. Like, major platforms and applications are completely redesigning their ecosystems from the ground up to actively punish you for trying to stay private, treating the basic desire for anonymity exactly like you are a cybercriminal trying to cover your tracks. In many places, if you try to set up an account without handing over a verified piece of your real world identity, well, the system doesn't just give you a polite warning, it just drops a massive concrete wall and locks you out pretty much. Like, we didn't get to this point through some sudden dramatic overnight switch, but through a steady grinding shift where corporate platforms and safety metrics slowly made true digital privacy completely unusable for the average person. Like, the open internet we all grew up with is rapidly disappearing into a highly restricted network of digital checkpoints, and the message from the tech industry is loud and clear. If you refuse to prove exactly who you are, you simply do not get to participate in modern society and the internet. This aggressive war on anonymity isn't just happening because tech executives woke up one day and decided that they just hate privacy. It is being violently accelerated by a massive wave of new government regulations that are hitting the books right now. Like, over in the US, for example, well, the House recently passed the KIDS Act, which is the Kids Internet and Digital Safety Act, just completely reshaping the legal landscape of the web. While the law is wrapped in the very good intention of protecting minors online, a good thing, well, the actual back-end reality of how it operates is a total nightmare for anyone who values a low profile. If this law ends up passing the Senate, well, to comply with these sweeping mandates, platforms would be legally forced to ditch the old school honor system age check-ins where you could literally just fake your birthday on a drop-down and go about your day. Instead, websites, they would have to implement real-world verification methods, which essentially just means forcing you to take a live facial scan or upload photos of your physical driver's license just to create a basic account. On top of that, you have dozens of individual states rolling out their own copycat laws that completely shift your rights based on where you happen to be standing. Like, for example, California's Digital Age Assurance Act, which starts strictly cracking down on digital marketplaces by the end of 2026. And lawmakers are breathing down the necks of these trillion-dollar tech companies, threatening them with massive fines for every single minor violation, which means that these platforms have zero incentive to trust you. Like, they are being forced to turn into digital bouncers, and the absolute first casualty of this entire safety push is your right to exist online without showing your legal papers or documents. And if you think this is just an isolated issue happening in a few states, well, you need to zoom out and look at the broader global picture, because this exact same playbook is spreading like absolute wildfire across the entire world right now. For example, Australia completely shocked the internet community by pushing through a historic law that completely bans kids under the age of 16 from social media platforms entirely. But think about the logistics of that for a second. Like, the only way a platform can definitively prove that a person is over 16 is to check the real world identity of every single person trying to log in, like adults included. And also in the UAE, well, they just dropped their own resolution in June of this year, which outlaws accounts for anyone under 15 and explicitly states that single tick age box gates are totally unacceptable under the law. Like, platforms operating there are now legally required to deploy heavy auditable systems like digital government ID scanning, biometric face matching, or advanced AI age estimation tools just to let you use core features like posting a comment or sending a private message. And also over in Europe, well, France is desperately sprinting to launch their own version of an under 15 social media ban by September of this year. And all of these global powers are fundamentally rewriting the rules of the web, and in doing so, they're forcing tech networks to hoard an absolutely massive target of highly sensitive biometric data that just permanently linked directly to your phone number and your legal identity, which is definitely not a recipe for disaster. The true comedy gold, or to be more honest, the tragedy of this entire shift, is the completely backwards logic of how privacy is viewed by modern security algorithms. Like, because these massive identity databases are becoming mandatory everywhere, the simple act of trying to protect your data and stay anonymous instantly makes you look like a highly suspicious actor to networks. Like, if you try to use privacy-hardened browsers, mask your digital footprint, or just opt out of these biometric checkpoints, well, the automated safety filters immediately just flag your traffic with intents like bots. Like, this happens to me a lot and probably happens to you as well. Like, you get trapped in infinite verification loops, hit with sudden account blocks, or just forced into mandatory phone number verifications where you literally have to give up your cell number just to prove you are a breathing human. And once they have your number, they have a direct tie right to your billing address, your legal name, and your real world location, totally defeating the entire purpose of trying to remain private in the first place. The tech industry has essentially created an ultimatum where you either have to willingly hand over your most sensitive information to a web of vague third-party verification companies, or you get completely ghosted and locked out of the modern digital economy. Like, they're using the threat of malicious AI and automated fraud as a perfect excuse to mandate exactly who is allowed to browse where, turning the open web into an environment where anonymity is treated like malware almost. At the end of the day, when you step back and look at the landscape of the web right now, it is abundantly clear that the old, like, chaotic internet where you could just exist as like a nameless person just, I don't know, exploring the internet, looking at websites, is kinda under threat. Like, we have completely surrendered that open frontier for a sterile, heavily modern environment where you are constantly being asked to show your digital wallet and scan your face just to gain the basic permission to browse. And the most brilliant, manipulative part of how the checkpoint internet won is that nobody ever had to pass a single law outright banning the concept of, like, privacy. Like, they didn't need to convince you that anonymity was inherently bad. They just had to make, like, the experience of staying private just, like, frustrating, broken, and just inconvenient. The average person would just eventually exhaust themselves and just cave in. Like, every broken page, every suspicious activity warning, and every identity prompt is designed to solely train you to give up and accept becoming just easy to track online. Like, most people, they won't even realize that they're trading away their fundamental, like, digital rights. Like, they will just think the website is glitching, just turn off their privacy protections and just hand over their information and move on with their day. Like, the new internet just needs you to be fatigued, and that is exactly how, like, it wins. And once the fatigue becomes normal, well, the scariest part is that the checkpoint, like, starts just feeling invisible. Like, the first time a website demands your phone number, it feels like invasive. The 10th time, it feels just annoying, and the 100th time, it just feels like how the internet is just meant to be. Like, that is the entire trick. Like, they do not need every person to wake up one day and enthusiastically support digital ID stuff like biometric scans, like phone verification, and like permanent account histories. Like, they just need people to get tired enough that resistance feels more inconvenient than, like, surrender. And that is how anonymity actually dies. Like, not with some gigantic, like, big law, but with 1,000 tiny moments where the private option just disappears, breaks, just gets buried, just gets flagged, or simply just, like, annoying. Like, a burner email stops working, a VPN triggers, like, a fraud check, a new account gets locked before you even use it. Like, all these things, like, all of that just gets, like, annoying. And eventually most people just stop asking why this is happening. Like, they just stop fighting it. They just hand over the number, scan the face, verify the account, install the app, or just whatever they want, and move on. Like, that is the danger here. Like, the internet is not only becoming less anonymous, like, it is training people to believe that anonymity was, like, kind of unreasonable in the first place. So yeah, that's the first video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time.